Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. So today we're going to be looking at Kaspa versus Taraxa. Seriously, we're going to have a little look. So a lot of people seem to be calling Taraxa a Kaspa killer, etc. But is it really though? And are these claims justified? Let's take a look also at the end. The viewer has pointed out a gaming coin that might be worth keeping an eye on. It hasn't launched yet, so we'll have a brief look at that and I'll tell you who that is later on. So Taraxa, let's have a look. So first of all, give it the benefit of the doubt. We need to look at all aspects. So the Taraxa website is here. Taraxa is an EVM compatible smart contract platform based on T-graph consensus, utilizing block DAG, enabling Web3 to solve real world problems. We go further down. It's been mentioned in a few decent publications there. Fast, low cost, and green. As I've said before, I think green will be a big narrative. Again, I've mentioned that on numerous occasions. So it says that Taraxa's unique T-graph consensus uses block DAG, anchor chain, and an asynchronous PBFT to scale blockchain technology without sacrificing security or decentralization. Obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Taraxa, they're all compared there. So it's fast. EVM compatible network. Taraxa is EVM compatible. Deploy your Ethereum dApps with just a few clicks. Low cost transactions. Send transactions for the cost of next to nothing. No network congestion. Near instant transaction inclusion. And 4-second true finality. True decentralization. True permissionless network where anyone can be a validator. It even runs on Raspberry Pi. An AI-enabled ecosystem. AI plus blockchain is the future with Taraxa's ecosystem paving the way. Again, I've said this before about AI projects. AI will be a big narrative, but some tokens that'll have AI in the title and stuff like that, just be a little bit wary that some of them don't actually use any AI. I'm not saying this is one of them, but I'm just saying that in general, just to keep an eye on that. So then you've got hype automated social campaigns for Web3 ecosystems with quantifiable and verifiable outcomes. And I'm going to talk about that just in a little while, a little bit later on. It's got a few other bits and pieces there, MetaMask, Ledger, things like that, a community site. You can stake. So the staking yield currently 17.6 with a ratio of 57.3. So this is the actual website itself. It's got its roadmap here, what it's attempting to do. Come over to the website by all means and take a good look at this. And then it's got learn more, so you can learn how to become a validator, learn about the token information, learn about the development roadmap, stake and delegate. So that's the actual website itself, which is fine. No problems with that. Compare the two, which I think is what the basis of this video actually is. So Kaspa versus Taraxa. Tokenomics. So 28.7 billion is the maximum supply for Kaspa. Taraxa has 10.2 billion total supply. So the difference between that is we don't know its max supply yet. However, just to caveat this slightly, on the 30th of October, there'll be a community vote to decide what the max supply of Taraxa will be. So obviously we'll need to find out what that is before we dive any deeper into that side of things. So obviously with Kaspa, the founder was Jonathan Sopolimski. We know he was mentioned in the Ethereum white paper. And then we've got, by comparison, we've got Stephen Pooh, who on LinkedIn, I couldn't find an image of him. I didn't really spend a lot of time looking for an image of him, to be fair, but couldn't find one. His biography is Building a Decentralized Future at Taraxa.io. There's some of his work experience. You can feel free to flick through that. Education, Stanford University. So, there's no problems with that. He's obviously an intelligent guy. And then if you go to his Twitter, again, there wasn't a clear picture there. So, I mean, that's not massively important. Anyway, just touching as well on tokenomics with Kaspa, which we'll do in just a second, sorry, a bit further down. So, fair launch. Now, this is key. So, Kaspa, yes. Taraxa, no. Now, we know that this can how important this can be. So, tokenomics-wise, fair launched. This is Kaspa. Fair launched in November of 2021 with no pre-mine, 0 pre-sales, and no coin allocations. Kaspa is 100% decentralized, open sourced, and community managed. The max supply of Kaspa is 28.7 billion coins with an emission schedule that halves once per year via smooth monthly reductions by a factor of half or 1/12. And then if you go to the tokenomics of Taraxa, you can see that it had a private sale, so 15.1% was there, 15% to the team, 20% to the foundation, 37.1% to community and ecosystem. So what this basically means is, in comparison to the two, is that there's no mass holder of Casper unless it was bought, whereas on Taraxa, there is potential for you to be dumped upon. I'm not saying it will happen, but what tends to happen is when there's a large allocation of coins to people who are just there to make money, you'll see that, you know, when the price does spike, it'll probably come down quite quickly because these people will be taking profits. It's a harsh reality, but it's just what tends to happen. A bit further down again, migration. So Kaspa, no. Taraxa, yes. So they have migrated, and we know from Jasmine, we know from Labs, we know from Gala, you know, migrations don't always yield the best things for the project. It's always obviously a little concern, but you know, it's one of them things, but it's still something that you should look at, I think, for me anyway. So since Casper's consensus mechanism is designed with longevity in mind, there are no plans to migrate to another consensus method, nor will there be any less demand for miners. That's directly from the Casper website as well. So it's important to go and check these things out. Green, well, they're both green. So that's a tick in both of their boxes. The community-wise, so Casper, and this is just based on X following or Twitter following, 89.1 thousand followers for Casper, 25.8 thousand followers for Taraxa. Yes, it's quite arbitrary, but we've seen the power of community in other projects, things like Shiba Inu. Without its community, would it have done as well? Doge is another one. XRP, I think that would have just completely been wiped off the face of the earth if it wasn't for the strength of the XRP community fighting the lawsuit, etc., etc. And again, we've seen the power, you know, even on this channel, how powerful the Casper community is, and I think that's a great tick in its box. Now, proof of work for Casper, proof of stake for Taraxa. So why the fuck are we comparing them? Because proof of work and proof of stake, completely different things. So I'm not sure where the whole comparisons come from in the beginning. And also, there appears to be a misconception that Taraxa is a new project. It's actually been around a while. It was founded in 2018 and was launched in the 2021 bull run. Then there's some positive notes. Oh, there's one thing actually as well. I just want to just touch upon this. There was a Taraxa progress update done on October the 6th. It sort of reviewed what September was like for the Tara coin, staked and delegated. They've got active consensus nodes are going up. So it's all looking positive for them. They are doing more and more things, more unique wallet addresses. They're all coming up nicely. But this bit here concerned me just a little bit. So a third social hype campaign gathered over 10.39 thousand impressions across Telegram crypto communities with over 113 community members participating in just under 3 weeks. Now, this is not a conspiracy or anything like that. This is just a thought that I had, right? Taraxa seems to be getting mentioned more and more and more by other YouTubers, things like that. It seems to be like a more of a... it seems like it's going to start to trend. And could that be a paid thing? Could it be that that's part of a social hype campaign to get people interested in it? It's one of them things. It's one of them things. But we'll have a look at the positives on both on the chart. So Taraxa, current price, 0.004. Its market cap is only $17.3 million. So obviously there is a potential for an ROI there without any doubt. I'm not saying don't buy Taraxa. If you want to, that's by all means, it's your choice. Do I think it's a Casper killer? No, I absolutely don't. But it could be a good play for ROI. I'll give it that. I'm not here to shit on Taraxa. You know, it's just one of these things. It's got potential to make definite gains. I won't take that away from it. There's its max chart. So it's starting to have that little spike just now, sort of last couple of months, maybe. Starting to get a bit more of a traction on that. Again, without knowing the max supply, it's going to make it difficult, not impossible, but difficult to give it a price prediction. We do know, however, Casper's. So Casper, current price 0.045, a little bit down on the day. That's not a massive issue. It's got a better circulating supply, and its max supply is 28.7, and that's set in stone. Casper's 24-hour chart is going down a little bit. Might be a good DCA, and its max chart, which we'll take a quick look at. I mean, that looks great as usual. You know, it's having its own bull run in a bear market, which is incredible. So trading volume as well, 12.4 million. Now, so it was Omar Barrios. Just want to touch on this. It's a pre-sale. It's Portal coin. I don't know anything about this in terms of its tokenomics, anything. It's just been brought to my attention, and I said I'd mention it because it might have some legs. But again, like I say, I don't know. So this is a universal gaming coin. Play on, if we go back a little bit, play on any game with any chain with one coin, which is Portal. In an ever-fragmenting game and ecosystem, Portal is the cross-chain gaming coin connecting all games on every chain. Seems like a decent use case to me. And onboarding the first billion Web3 gamers, Portal is designed for an interconnected user experience, enabling 1 billion gamers to jump between any game on any platform. Ecosystem, 100 plus games, building the biggest network of games signed to use Portal, including Star Atlas, Oxia, Origins, and many more. 120 million raised dollars. Games signed to use Portal have raised a total of $120 million between them, and 2 million plus gamers. Our partner network gives Portal direct distribution to 2 million plus active players. An AA veteran team. Now, this is quite interesting. So Rockstar, who obviously did Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, EA, FIFA 23, Xbox, Battlefield, League of Legends, Halo, Wars, Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft. So there's a lot. If that's legit, that's sounding good. And then it's got partners, a Layer Zero and a Magic Eden. They're both going to be revealed soon. Like, I don't know. Is this a play? I don't know. We don't know hardly anything about it right now. It's not got a Telegram. It's not got anywhere to really sort of do any deep dive. There's not many articles written about it, so it's a bit of a difficult one. But he seemed to be keen on, well, maybe saying that it might be something to look at in the future. I think it's something we could look at in the future, certainly. But anyway, for me, Kaspa or Taraxa, it's Casper all day long for me. But I'm not going to put anyone off Taraxa because, you know, there's a chance that it could get you a decent ROI. But it's Casper all the way for me. And that's how I'll leave that. But obviously, you've got to make your own choices. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the like button and continue to subscribe to the channel if you are subscribed. If you're not yet subscribed, then please do that. It really does help the channel, and I do appreciate